I'm Dr. Dean St. Mart, formulator for Supplement Needs, and in this video we're going to cover multivitamin and multimineral pro. Now, as the name suggests, it's a fully comprehensive multivitamin and multimineral complex. What sets us apart from competitors and other products on the market is that we've specifically chosen bioavailable forms of the multivitamins. Well, what does that mean? Well, if you look at some competitors' products, you'll find that they tend to use the cheaper alternate forms of vitamins. For example, within multivitamin and multimineral pro, we've specifically chosen the phosphorylated or methylated forms of B vitamins. That means that they're more bioavailable to our body because that is what our body converts them to. The panel is a 19 ingredient panel, which includes vitamin A as the active form retinol palmitate. Again, when we look at other formulations, people tend to use the cheaper version, which can be beta carotene. Now, what that can do is still convert to retinol palmitate in the body, but by delivering retinol palmitate directly through the supplement, you're actually actively increasing vitamin A levels. And as you know, that's very important for immune function. Then we have a B complex, which has all the B vitamins. Specifically, we have phosphorylated vitamin B6, which is known as P5P or pyridoxine 5-phosphate. We have vitamin B12, which is methylcobalamin. Again, it's the methylated version of vitamin B12, which is essential for methylation, the process which turns on and off our genes. And more primarily, we've included methylfolate, vitamin B9. Now, when we look at, again, other competitors' products, you'll find that they use folic acid. Now, folic acid isn't bad per se, but it's not as bioavailable as methylfolate. Our body has to convert folic acid, which is a synthetic form, to methylfolate. And if you have a gene issue with MTHFR, which is methylfolate reductase, what that can do then is it can actually impair your metabolism of folate if you ingest folic acid. So that's why we've chosen to include methylfolate, because that's what your body requires. Then we have vitamin E as alpha tocopherol, again one of the most studied forms of vitamin E. And then we have 9 minerals. So the 9 minerals are all there to support bodily functions. So if we break them down, we've got 200 micrograms of chromium, very important for blood glucose regulation. Then we have 2 milligrams of copper. Again, copper is used in so many redox reactions, so it's an antioxidant. And it specifically is the cofactor for an enzyme known as DAO, diamine oxidase, and that's what helps clear up histamine in our body. So adequate copper is essential to support that enzyme, to support your histamine. Then we have 100 micrograms of iodine. Now, iodine is involved in thyroid metabolism. We know it's a structurally important part of the thyroid hormones, T4 and T3, and specifically the deiodinizes enzymes which specifically convert T4 to T3. So iodine is essential within our diet to support thyroid function. We then have 100 milligrams of magnesium. Again, I've spoke several times about magnesium. I'm pretty sure most people through their diet aren't getting enough magnesium, specifically athletes. So again, 100 milligrams is there to help support way over 300 chemical reactions in our body. We have 2 milligrams of manganese. Now, manganese is important for an enzyme known as superoxide dismutase, SOD. And manganese can actually complex to SOD to create manganese superoxide dismutase. Again, that's important because it helps to clean up catalase. It's a very potent antioxidant specifically involved with our immune system. It's also involved in glutamine synthesis, so again it's important for our gut cell function. Next, we have 100 micrograms of molybdenum. Now, the literature does say that we may not need molybdenum, but it is again involved in the breakdown of sulfur amino acids. So it is important towards glutathione recycling. So 100 micrograms is included in the formula to help with glutathione recycling. We then have 200 micrograms of selenium. Just like iodine, this is important for thyroid metabolism because we have what are known as selenoproteins, which are transport molecules. And they help with iodothyronine dehydrogenases, which is what actually converts T4, your inactive thyroid hormone, to T3, your active thyroid hormone. So T4 has an iodine group removed to yield T3, which is our metabolically active thyroid hormone. Next, we have 25 milligrams of zinc. Again, zinc is very important for intensely training athletes. It helps to support insulin sensitivity, but for males, it also helps with testosterone. Specifically, zinc is lost in sweat, so it is vital that we replenish it. And again, it's likely through diet that we're not getting enough. So 25 milligrams have been included in the product for that reason. And then finally, we've got 3 milligrams of boron. Boron is an interesting mineral in the body. It helps to decrease inflammation and helps to decrease SHBG, sex hormone binding globulin, which is a transport protein for sex hormones. So it binds to testosterone and estradiol for transport through the body. So if we decrease the amount of SHBG in the body, it means that we have higher levels of free hormones, which can be an important thing for male athletes because it means you have more free bioavailable testosterone. Now, as I said in the beginning, it is important that you critically assess labels of supplements. Specifically when we look, as I mentioned, towards multivitamin products. You'll find, as I said, that a lot of competitors will use the cheap form. For example, with vitamin B6, they'll use pyridoxine hydrochloride instead of using P5P. Now, that's not to say that it's a detriment, but your body has to convert that pyridoxine HCl to P5P. So you may lose some of that pyridoxine through urine. So you're inevitably maybe wasting a little bit of money by buying a product that isn't really suited to your body or is less bioavailable. So hopefully you got some tips out of this video and have a clear understanding of the Multivitamin and Multimineral Pro. I'm Dr. Dean St. Mart, formulator for Supplement Needs, and thank you for listening.